there, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, guys. Good to see you.
Is your head spinning from all the stuff Trump promised he'd do and actually did on day one?
No, don't I think I'm wearing black, which looks like I should be mourning.
Mourning?
I should be wearing red, white, and blue. No, I'm so pleased to see that on the first full day in the Oval Office, Donald Trump begins to fulfill the promises he made on the campaign trail, which has come to us to be a surprise, sadly, for a lot of people watching politicians over the years. But whether it's the issue that all of us have talked about, I mean, I've talked about for years and years, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which was a sellout of American sovereignty.
Gone.
That's gone. I mean, that was music to my ears. So Donald Trump does that. He moves forward with the pulling the funding for abortion services overseas, the so-called Mexico City policy, which again, as the pro-life crowd is going to show up in massive numbers on Friday here, this is just so welcome after so many years of living under Barack Obama and the culture of death. So this was all very positive, and I think yesterday, I don't see how it could have gone much better for the Trump administration.
Laura, you mentioned the TPP, and we've been talking about it all morning. You were saying most of those union leaders that he was meeting with yesterday probably voted for Hillary Clinton. You've got John McCain, who says it was a serious mistake for him to do this. He doesn't agree with it. But then you have Bernie Sanders, who's agreeing with Donald Trump. Listen to what the union workers said about the meeting.
We just had probably the most incredible meeting of our careers with the president and the vice president and the senior staff when the president laid out his plans about how he's going to handle trade, how he's going to invest in our infrastructure, and how he's going to level the playing field for construction workers and all Americans across this country. And then took the time to take everyone into the Oval Office and show them the seat of power in the world. The respect that the President of the United States just showed us. And when he shows it to us, he shows it to 3 million of our members in the United States. It was nothing short of incredible. And we will work with him and his administration.
Small glimpse, Laura, into what we can expect over the next 4 years, that people who didn't support Trump might end up doing that once they see him rolling out some of these beneficial plans?
This is very, very smart. And this does not surprise me one bit. Steve Bannon, especially Kellyanne Conway, others on the top tier, they understand that the message of economic populism is not limited by party structure. It is going to be sold and in fact, I think marketed to a wide range of Americans who will see its benefits. The globalists in the Republican Party, John McCain among them, they're not going to be happy because they're used to the old regime. They are the old dinosaurs of the GOP. And I'm not saying this as a personal insult, but that's the old way of thinking. The new way of thinking is we're going to do smart trade. It's going to be more bilateral than this multi-headed hydra of the 4,000-page Trans-Pacific Partnership. We're going to look out for American patents, America's intellectual property. Let me tell you just a very quick narrative, guys. A good friend of mine, Marty Davis, runs Cambria Countertops in Minnesota, okay? This is an unbelievable company. They employ thousands of people in the United States. He calls me the other day and he says, you know, China is ripping off our IP on how to design this and producing these small batch countertops that are going to try to compete with ours, undercutting our profit margin, forcing us to make changes in the way we obviously hire and so forth. And he says this happens routinely across the United States, and yet there's no one to stand up for American corporations. I think what you see, and you saw yesterday, is Donald Trump and his team are going to be aggressively standing up for American workers and American manufacturing. That is music to the ears of Democrats, independents, and Republicans. And that just has to stop. We have to look out for our own people.
Yeah, and by the way, when it comes to China specifically, from Rex Tillerson to saying they got to take away access to their islands that they built, and Donald Trump saying we're not going to let them build any more islands, China's getting a big brushback pitch